This is Dabu7. Want to do an update here on Yellowstone. I've been talking about the Yellowstone River. Haven't done an update on Yellowstone in quite a while, I think, since we've seen the last significant quake up there. Now, the thing about Yellowstone is when looking for information, sometimes it's out there, but they just don't want you to see it. If you were to go to USGS, other quake maps, you would be under the impression that quakes never pop off here. But in fact, they do all the time. And when you start to see that there are groups out there that are suppressing information, and more people are putting out videos saying, hey man, check this out, something's not right. And then, as I'm seeing now, other guys out here finding information and putting it out. Came across a video Dutch did, and now over here, Shepard had put out a piece right here talking about the same thing, the suppression of the information, in that there's a 2-week window that they're giving, somebody's given, one of these experts, to where they think something could potentially happen. All he can ever foresee, I guess this one expert says, is that he can't see past, 2 weeks. I mean, the way everything's going here, the way that the ground has lifted, all the signs are there. You're talking about a super volcano that is thousands of years overdue to erupt. So it's due to go. It's showing the signs that it may. And now we have experts saying, really the only warning you're going to get is people like me telling you it could happen within the next 2 weeks. You can't see past that. If it was to happen, what would happen to America? Well, it would essentially crumble, and this would be everything they wanted when it comes to economy and everything else. It'd be time to try to survive. And depending on what time of the year that this happens, the wind and the weather is going to be completely different. It could shift north, south, more just east, and that's going to make a big difference for those out there planning on surviving. There could be pockets out there that you can survive in. Now, this is a ELE. This is an extinction level event if this was to go down. And the fact that they're suppressing information, well, they would never want you to know that this was coming. I mean, this thing starts rocking off this year at some point, popping off 3s and 4s, and they're starting to come within days of each other or something like that. I mean, those are big time signs. Something's about to happen. We're not seeing that. But what we are seeing, though, is an uptick in the smaller quakes, in the vibration, the harmonics of everything, and an uplift in the earth, showing that it's risen and it's in position. You really can't predict something like this. It could happen today, tomorrow. It could be another 100 years, and that's also what they say. There's really two groups here. There's the group that believes, well, it's never going to happen in our lifetime, or not even our kids, so why even worry about it? And there's those, like, it could happen tomorrow. And in my opinion, it'd be wise to plan for something like this. Plan for this event. If you could plan to survive this type of an event, well, then your odds of surviving other catastrophes would be good, because this is top tier. Now, when it comes to that immediate ring, there's like a 500-mile ring where it's like a 1,000-mile radius. That's just going to get decimated when this happens, period. And anyone that lives up there takes that risk, and you should know better. You should know that you live within that zone. Really, the way the weather rolls, anything east of it is going to feel the effects too. And depending on how that jet stream is rolling, Whenever that happens, it's going to be critical. It really is. Regardless, it's going to be something you can't escape, because once a supervolcano explodes, you're talking about the whole upper atmosphere within weeks. It reaching all the way around the globe. This haze, darkening everything. Everything gets a lot cooler. You see? And it would be a lot more like going into a mini ice age than having to deal with global warming, so to speak. Nonetheless, they know more than what they tell us, and all you can do is have a plan. Can't stress it enough. That's the latest information I've come across. I'll leave links. A lot more info here. And until next time, this has been Dabu7. Have a plan.